Have you not wondered why, though you pray, the heavens seem silent? Why money slips through your fingers like water though you toil day and night? Beloved, the delay is not punishment, it is invitation. For the word you speak shapes the gold in your purse, the love in your home, the health in your body. The law of supply is waiting now, not tomorrow, for your command. Speak it, and worlds will shift for you. Beloved seeker of truth, I ask you, what invisible hand is writing the story of your life? Is it fear? Is it lack? Is it the memory of yesterday's failures whispering that tomorrow will be the same? I tell you now with divine authority, your story can be rewritten this very hour. The pen is in your hand, and the ink is the word you speak. Death and life are in the power of the tongue. Proverbs 18:21. You have spoken death long enough. Death to your supply, death to your dreams, death to your love. Now speak life. Speak wealth. Speak healing. Speak love. Speak the word that commands heaven and earth to obey. When I walk the streets of this modern world, I see faces strained with worry, brows furrowed by the cost of living, hearts heavy with news of wars and inflation and shattered plans. But I tell you, the law of supply has not been repealed. The law of God is eternal and unchanging. Ask and it shall be given you, seek and ye shall find, knock and it shall be opened unto you. Matthew 7:7. Do you see? This is not a polite suggestion. It is a command, a cosmic guarantee. The door of wealth is not locked. It is waiting for the sound of your knock, the sound of your word. Every great captain of industry has used this law, whether he knew it or not. Andrew Carnegie, that master of steel, dared to imagine a fortune so vast that nations would depend upon his rails, and he spoke it into being. Walt Disney looked at swamps and deserts and said, "Here Sant Hall rise a kingdom of joy." He believed it, he saw it, he spoke it, and so it was. Thomas Edison did not curse the darkness. He commanded light to appear, and light obeyed. These were men who had faith in the unseen. Shall you, a child of the Most High God, have less faith than a man in a laboratory? Let us speak plainly. Lack is not of God. Poverty is not piety. Scarcity is a false belief, a hypnotism of the race mind that tells you there is not enough. But the psalmist declared, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want." Psalm 23:1. This is not poetry. It is law. It means, when you align with the divine shepherd, you are led to green pastures of plenty. You are given provision before you ask. You are guided to right opportunities, right people, right timing. Many say to me, "But Florence, I have tried affirmations and nothing happens." I say, "I am rich, but the bills pile higher." I answer, "You are speaking two words, one with the lips and one with the heart. The word of the lips says, 'I am rich,' but the word of the heart says, 'I am afraid, I am worried, I am waiting for the other shoe to drop.' The subconscious hears the heart. That is why I tell you, root out fear, replace it with faith. Perfect love casteth out fear. 1 John 4:18. Love is the great solvent. When you love God, love the law, love your fellow man, fear dissolves like mist before the sun. Imagine a man standing before a locked vault. Inside are jewels, gold, treasures beyond measure. He has been given the key but doubts that it will turn. He says, "What if the key breaks? What if the vault is empty? What if I open it and find nothing?" So he never tries, and so he dies poor, not because the vault was empty, but because he never used the key. Your key is your word. Your vault is the infinite. Use the key, beloved. Turn the word with faith, and watch the door swing wide. I speak to the one who is desperate tonight, the woman counting coins to buy bread, the man staring at the ceiling wondering how he will pay the rent, the mother crying for her child's healing, the heartbroken soul longing for love. This message is for you. Heaven has heard your cry. This is your appointed hour. Say now with me, "I cast this burden on the Christ within, and I go free." Lay the weight of worry at the feet of the infinite. Stop carrying what you were never meant to carry. Divine intelligence knows the way out of every dilemma. The supply is seeking you, even now. One may say, "But Florence, is it right to ask for money?" I answer, it is not only right, it is righteous, if your motive is right. Money is God in action when rightly used. It is divine substance taking the form of food, shelter, freedom, generosity. It is the symbol of circulation. When you hold a coin, do not say, "This is hard to get." Say, "This is God in manifestation, and there is plenty more where this came from." The prodigal son was not scolded for returning home. He was given the ring, the robe, and the feast. You too are invited to return to the Father's house of abundance. Faith is the bridge between the invisible and the visible. Faith is the architect that draws the blueprint and hands it to divine substance. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Hebrews 11:1. To hope is to wait, to faith is to know. You must know that your good is already yours, not will be, is. I tell my students, do not prepare for failure, prepare for success. When you order a chair from the carpenter, you do not sit in fear wondering if he will deliver. You arrange your room for the chair, you make space, you expect it, so must you expect your good. Release resistance. Non-resistance is the great secret. Do not fight conditions, bless them. If bills come, bless them and say, you are paid in full by the riches of God. If a door closes, bless it and say, this or something better now manifests for me. Resistance ties you to the problem. Blessing releases you to the solution. Jesus said, agree with thine adversary quickly. Matthew 5:25. This does not mean to yield to injustice. It means to stop vibrating anger and fear, which magnetize more of the same. Agree that God's law is over every situation, and you will see the crooked made straight. I recall a woman who came to me in tears, saying she had not a penny for rent and was facing eviction. I told her to speak the word. I give thanks that the rent is paid, and I am abundantly supplied. She said it with trembling lips, but she said it. That very evening, an unexpected check arrived. Money she had forgotten was owed her, and it covered the rent to the dollar. Was this accident? No, this was law. The spoken word released the substance already prepared for her. I tell you, there is no power in delay. Delay is only the shadow cast by fear. When you speak the word in faith, angels of supply go to work at once. You do not have to know how. You only have to know that. Romans 4:17 declares that God calleth those things which be not as though they were. So you must call wealth while yet your pockets are empty. Call health while yet your body aches. Call love while yet you are alone. This is not pretense. This is prophecy. You are the prophet of your own life. Listen, I feel the weight of the world upon many hearts today. The fear of tomorrow, the fear of running out, the fear of being forgotten. I tell you, you cannot be forgotten. The hairs of your head are numbered. The infinite mind that called the stars into being calls your name now. The supply you need is closer than your breath, but you must invite it with joy. Joy is the magnet of miracles. Joy flings wheat. The gates of heaven. Begin now to praise. Praise before you see. Praise before you feel. Praise is the password that unlocks every door. When you release control, the universe moves swiftly. The law of non-resistance swings open doors you could never force with human will. The right people appear, the right opportunities arrive, the right ideas strike you like lightning. Suddenly you find yourself in the right place at the right time, as if guided by an invisible hand. Because you are. And now, I leave you with the most powerful practice of all. Bless the world daily. Bless your enemies until they are no longer enemies in your mind. Bless the past until every memory becomes a stepping stone. Bless your future until it glows like the dawn. Bless your money. Bless your work. Bless your home. Bless your body. Bless your very breath. Say now with me, I bless the past, present, and future. I bless everyone and everything that has led me to this moment. I bless my wealth, my health, my love, my joy. I bless this day as a day of miracles. I bless myself as a child of the Most High, heir to every good and perfect gift, and so it is. Go now, beloved, not as the seeker, but as the speaker. Not as the fearful, but as the fearless. Not as the beggar, but as the heir. The whole universe conspires with the soul that dares to command its good. And when the demonstration comes, as surely it shall, testify. Tell the world that the word works, that God is faithful, that fear was a liar, and that faith has delivered. For your testimony shall light the path for another soul, still wandering in the wilderness. This is your hour. The heavens are open. The angels rejoice. The law is working. Step boldly into your demonstration, knowing that you are divinely guided, divinely provided for, divinely loved. And as you walk forth from this moment, may the words you have heard echo within you day and night, shaping every choice, every action, every moment. This is Florence Scovel Shinn, and I speak this blessing over you. The Lord bless thee and keep thee. The Lord make his face shine upon thee, and give thee peace. Numbers 6:24-26. Now go, command your good, and let your life be the proof that God's promises are true. Consider the oak tree. In the acorn, the mighty oak is already contained. In your word, your supply is already contained. Speak it, and like the acorn, it will break through the hard shell of circumstances and grow into visible form. But do not dig up your seed with words of doubt. Many plant faith today and uproot it tomorrow by saying, "Nothing is happening." Patience is faith stretched over time. Wait with joyous expectation, not anxious calculation. Let us talk of vision. Vision is the blueprint you hand to the master builder. Without vision, your faith builds nothing. Where there is no vision, the people perish. Proverbs 29:18. You must see your good before you can seize it. Begin now to picture yourself in possession of the thing desired. See yourself paying the last debt. See yourself moving into the new home. See yourself laughing in the arms of your true love. See yourself strong and vibrant with health. The picture held steadily will be etched upon the mind stuff of the universe, and conditions will rearrange to match the picture. But beware of negative pictures. They too are builders. Fear is simply inverted faith. Faith in evil instead of good. The one who fears disaster is often the very one who attracts it. For fear is a magnet for the thing feared. That is why Job cried, "The thing which I greatly feared is come upon me." Job 3:25. Turn fear to faith. When the fear picture appears, paint over it at once with the brush of affirmation. Say, "God is my refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble." Psalm 46:1. Say it until the picture of disaster fades and the picture of deliverance glows bright. I must speak now of divine timing, for many grow weary waiting. They say, "Where is my good? When will the answer come?" And in their impatience they uproot the seed. The farmer does not dig up the seed each morning to see if it is growing. He the process of germination. He waters, he waits, he works the soil, and in due season the harvest appears. Galatians 6:9 promises, "Let us not be weary in well-doing, for in due season we shall reap, if we faint not." Your good is in process now. Angels are working in secret corridors to bring about perfect results. Your task is to hold the vision, keep the faith, and praise in advance. There is a higher law at work than mere human planning. I call it divine right timing. Sometimes the delay is not denial but protection. The infinite rearranging events so that your good will come without sorrow added. I have seen people receive what they clamored for too soon and be crushed by it. The thing you desire must be ready for you, and you must be ready for it. So instead of crying, "When?" say, "I give thanks that this comes to me at the right time, in the right way, bringing only joy." That word "right" sends your good by express delivery. Release control, beloved. Stop dictating how the answer must come. The law has 1,000 channels. If you say, "It must come through this job, this person, this inheritance," you limit the infinite. Say instead, "This or something better now manifests for me." I have seen this word open doors where there were no doors. A woman once came to me heartbroken over a lost opportunity. I told her to speak, "This or something better now manifests." Within weeks a new offer came, better in every way. What she thought was a loss was simply a clearing for the greater good. Now we must deal with the shadow that stalks many, the poverty mind. This is the ancient belief that there is not enough, that you must grasp, hoard, compete, and suffer. It is a lie of the race mind. Jesus fed 5,000 with 5 loaves and 2 fishes, not by straining but by giving thanks. Thanksgiving multiplies. Begin now to give thanks for the little you have, and watch it increase. Say, "I bless the money I have, and I see it growing, multiplying, replenishing." Gratitude is the golden gate through which supply pours. I tell you, beloved, the universe is not poor. The air you breathe is not rationed. The sunlight is not measured in drops. You do not have to beg the sun to shine. You simply step into the light. So with supply, step into the consciousness of abundance, and the flow begins. When you bless another's wealth, you open the door to your own. Do not envy, bless. Say, "That which God has done for others, He now does for me and more." This sets the law of increase into motion. Let us speak a new decree now. I am now linked with the limitless riches of divine supply. I am receiving now, under grace, every financial blessing prepared for me. The channels of supply are open. The money that is mine by divine right now rushes to me. I rejoice and give thanks, and I am safe. Speak this morning and night, not with strain but with joy. The word is your wand. Use it to direct the flow of substance. Use it to speak health into your body, love into your relationships, peace into your home. The spoken word is the mightiest force in the world. It will not return void. And so we stand at the threshold of a new life. The past cannot hold you. The prison door is open. Walk out into the sunlight of abundance. The law of supply is awake, alive, active, waiting for your decree. Speak, believe, rejoice, and prepare. for the miracle is already on its way. Now we come to the great liberating law of non-resistance. If faith is the engine that moves the train of supply, non-resistance is the track that keeps it running smooth. The resisting heart is like a clogged channel, damming up the waters of abundance. The non-resistant heart is clear and open, letting the river of divine substance flow freely. Jesus spoke this great law when he said, "Resist not evil." Matthew 5:39. This does not mean to be passive in the face of injustice. It means to cease vibrating with anger, fear, and bitterness. Yet it means to stand still and know that God's law is over every situation. To resist is to tie yourself to the very thing you wish to escape. What you fight, you draw near. What you bless, you release. Think of the martial artist who, instead of meeting force with force, steps aside and uses the energy of the attacker to bring about resolution. That is non-resistance. When trouble comes knocking, step aside inwardly. Say, "You have no power. I stand in the light of God, and only good comes to me." This loosens the grip of fear and allows divine intelligence to work. I recall a woman who faced a bitter lawsuit. Her first impulse was to fight with all her might. I told her to declare, "I deny this appearance of injustice. God is my defense and my deliverance. Divine justice now reigns. Whatever is mine by divine right can never be taken from me." She obeyed. She refused to rehearse the wrong. Soon the case was dropped, and her affairs were adjusted harmoniously. By releasing resistance, she released the miracle. Do not resist even the bills that come. To curse the bill is to curse your own supply. Bless it and say, "You are paid in full by the riches of God." This transforms the bill from a threat to a messenger. It carries the proof that you are a trusted steward, capable of circulation. As you bless, supply increases. Remember, money is like blood. It must circulate to bring life. Hoarding is like holding your breath. It leads to suffocation. Give freely, wisely, joyously, and watch the river swell. Now we must speak of healing, for health and wealth are sisters. Many seek money but neglect the temple of the body. The body is the instrument through which prosperity plays its symphony. Discord in the body is often the result of discord in thought. Fear crystallizes into tension, resentment into disease, bitterness into pain. That is why Jesus said, "Forgive, and ye shall be forgiven." Luke 6:37. Forgiveness is the great cleansing river. I have seen remarkable healings when forgiveness entered the heart. A woman bedridden for months came to me in despair. As we prayed, I asked, "Whom have you not forgiven?" She wept and spoke of a relative who had wronged her. I told her to speak. "I forgive this person completely and freely. I cast them out of my thought as completely as if they had never lived. I bless them wherever they are." She spoke it through her tears. Within days, strength returned to her body, and she rose from her bed. The healing power of forgiveness had done its work. Beloved, do not delay your good by clinging to old injuries. Release them. They are weights dragging the ship of your life. Say, "I drop every grievance into the sea of forgetfulness. I am free, and I set others free." As you do this, new life rushes in, new opportunities arise, new supply appears. Love is the great harmonizer, the magnet that draws all good. Love dissolves fear, hatred, competition. Love opens doors that logic cannot unlock. When you walk in love, you walk in the power of God, for God is love. 1 John 4:8. Begin now to send love to everyone and everything, even those who oppose you. Say, "I see the divine in you. I bless you and release you." This disarms the adversary and multiplies your good. Love is not weak sentiment. It is a force, a dynamo. It is the power that spun the stars, that lifts the tides, that heals the broken heart. Speak love to your body. Every cell of my body is filled with divine love and life. I am whole, radiant, perfect. Speak love to your finances. Money, I love you. You are God in action, and you come to me in perfect abundance. Speak love to your dreams. Beloved vision, I love you. Grow and bear fruit in divine right time. Do not seek love with desperation. That repels. Become love, and love will seek you. The magnet does not chase the needle. It simply is, and the new needle rushes to it. Prepare the place for love by filling your own cup. Say, "I am a radiant center of divine love. I attract my right companion, my right friends, my right conditions." Then release the how and when. Your right people cannot miss you. The infinite arranges meetings that no human plan could contrive. Now we must address fear, that great thief. Fear is simply faith inverted. It is faith in loss instead of gain, faith in failure instead of success. You cannot banish fear by force, but you can starve it by refusing it attention. Each time fear whispers, answer with the word, God has not given me the spirit of fear, but of power, and of love, and of a sound mind. 2 Timothy 1-7. Speak it until fear flees. One of my students once faced a critical operation. She was filled with terror. I told her to declare constantly, I walk in faith and not in fear. Divine love surrounds me. Divine right action is taking place. She clung to these words. The operation was a triumph, her recovery swift. Fear had been conquered by faith. I tell you, beloved, every negative condition in your life is but a shadow, and shadows vanish when the light appears. The light is your word spoken with faith. Do not speak of the darkness. Light the lamp. Praise in the face of lack, and lack will dissolve. Bless in the face of insult, and insult will melt away. Give thanks in the face of delay, and the way will open. Let us speak a great decree now with power. I am fearless, for I dwell in the secret place of the Most High. I am filled with love, and love casts out fear. I am one with the health of God, the wealth of God, the love of God. I am poised, patient, and powerful. Nothing can block my good. My way is made clear. Say these words until you feel the weight lift, until the heart grows light, until joy begins to sing. Joy is the highest vibration. It is the sound of answer. D prayer. When you rejoice before the miracle, you hasten its arrival. This, beloved, is the life you were born for, a life of faith, love, freedom. The chains of fear and poverty are illusions, and you have the key. Speak the word, walk in love, bless your enemies, forgive your debtors, rejoice in advance, and watch your life become the miracle you have sought. Beloved traveler, you have planted the seed of the word, watered it with faith, and cleared the channel through non-resistance. Now comes the holy hour of manifestation. The moment when the invisible steps out of the unseen and takes form before your very eyes. Many think manifestation is struggle, labor, strain, but manifestation is as natural as the bud bursting into flower. You do not pull open the petals by force. You give them sun, water, and time, and they open of their own accord. This is the great secret. Manifestation is not making something happen. It is allowing what is already yours to appear. You are not a beggar pleading at a closed gate. You are the heir of a vast estate, unlocking the treasury with your word. Romans 8:17 calls you heir of God and joint heir with Christ. What is an heir? One who inherits by right, not by toil. The fortune is yours, waiting for your claim. Your claim is your declaration. Thou shalt also decree a thing, and it shall be established unto thee. Job 22:28. This is the cosmic law. Speak as one who owns the good already. If you desire a home, walk through it in imagination, feel your hand upon the door, hear the sound of your own feet upon the floor. If you desire a sum of money, see the check in your hand, rejoice as if it were already in the bank. Do not wait to feel joy until after the manifestation. Joy is the magnet that draws the manifestation. When I desired a new wardrobe at a time when my purse was empty, I refused to speak of lack. I walked the shops in faith, thanking God for beautiful garments. I imagined them hang in my closet. Soon, gifts began to pour in, exactly the type and size I had pictured. This is no accident. The word goes forth and does not return void, but manifestation requires right action. Faith without works is dead. James 2:26. Right action does not mean frantic effort or desperate schemes. It means following the still small voice of intuition, which is the voice of God in you. That voice will whisper, go here, write this letter, make this call. When you obey without fear, you step into the prepared path. I once counseled a man who longed for employment but had grown bitter from rejection. I told him to bless every rejection and declare, I am divinely guided to my right work, and my right work is divinely guided to me. Soon he was led to apply for a position he had overlooked. He was hired at once, and the salary was greater than he had dared to ask. The key was that he followed the inner nudge instead of the outer appearance. This is how the law works. First the word, then the intuition, then the action, then the result. Many speak the word but refuse the action, and so the result is delayed. Others act in panic without first speaking the word, and they labor in vain. But when you align the word with the action, the result is sure. Beloved, do not despise small beginnings. The answer often comes in seed form. The widow's cruse of oil did not appear as a river of gold, but as a little pot of oil that, when poured, never ran dry. 2 Kings chapter 4:1-7. The feeding of the multitude began with a boy's lunch of 5 loaves and 2 fishes. Your miracle may appear first as a small idea, a small opportunity, a small gift. Bless it, use it, expect it to multiply. I tell you also that speed is of the Lord. The right thing does not drag its feet. When the word is spoken and the channel is clear, results may come with breathtaking swiftness. I have seen students receive money within hours of speaking the word. One woman needed a certain sum by the next day. She declared, "I give thanks that the money is now supplied under grace in perfect ways." That evening she was offered a piece of work that paid the exact amount, and the check was delivered by hand that very night. But whether the answer is swift or slow, maintain your poise. Poise is power. The one who is poised is like the calm captain who steers the ship through the storm. Panic is wasted energy. Say, God's plan for me is permanent and cannot be hindered. What is mine by divine right can never be withheld from me. This lifts you above the storm and sets the law of restoration into motion. Let us speak now of unexpected channels, for God's supply often comes in ways you could never plan. It may come through a friend, a stranger, an opportunity, a sale, a gift, an inspiration. The law is creative, not mechanical. Do not limit it by insisting it must come through wages, through relatives, through one particular source. Say, my supply comes to me from God, and God has countless channels. This or something better now manifests. Do not forget the law of giving. Give, and it shall be given unto you. Good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. Luke 6:38. Giving is the key that turns the faucet of receiving. Give joyously, give without fear, give where you are spiritually fed, give where you are inspired, and the universe will pour back multiplied blessings. Giving does not impoverish, it enriches. It proves that you trust the source. I have seen people tithe their way out of debt, not by grim duty but by joyous expectancy. One woman told me she began and giving 10% of all she received to the place where she was spiritually fed. Though she feared at first, she continued, and soon her income doubled, then tripled. She said, "It is as if I have tapped a hidden reservoir." Indeed she had, the reservoir of circulation. Let us speak of the poverty mind one more time, for it clings tenaciously. The poverty mind is not just fear of lack, it is also resentment of those who have more. Resentment cuts off supply as surely as fear. Bless the rich. Say, I rejoice in their prosperity. That which God has done for them, He now does for me. This transforms envy into faith and throws open the door of your own abundance. Your words are building your tomorrow even now. Let them be words of victory. Say often, everything and everybody prospers me now, and I prosper everything and everybody. Divine order is established in my mind, body, affairs. New channels of supply are open, and the good of every kind now flows freely to me. Say this until you feel the joy of it, until you feel the shift within. For when the shift is within, the shift must come without. This is law. Beloved, manifestation is not a future event. It is a present reality appearing. The train has left the station, the letter is in the post, the angel is on the way. Your part is to keep the signal clear. No words of doubt, no pictures of fear, no complaints of delay. Only praise, thanksgiving, expectation. Rejoice now, as though you had already received. Picture yourself telling the story of your answered prayer. Feel the gratitude now, not later. Gratitude is the magnet that draws tomorrow's good into today. So I say to you, speak boldly, act promptly, give freely, forgive quickly, bless everything, and prepare joyously. Your good is nearer than you think, nearer than breath, nearer than heartbeat. Speak the word now, and let the miracle rush to meet you. Beloved, now we enter the mighty current of momentum, for once the word is spoken in faith, it sets forth a chain of events unstoppable, unbreakable, irresistible. The word is not a feather floating idly on the wind, it is a seed of divine fire, a living decree that compels the universe to rearrange itself around its fulfillment. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth, it shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please. Isaiah 55:11. When you speak a word of power, it does not merely echo into space, it goes forth as a living messenger, as swift as lightning, as precise as an arrow. It seeks the perfect people, the perfect circumstances, the perfect channels through which to manifest. Your good is magnetized to you by the sound of your faith, but momentum must be guarded. If you speak the word of wealth in the morning and the word of fear at night, you throw sand upon the track, you slow the train of your own supply. Guard your mouth as you would guard the gates of a city. Let no word of complaint escape your lips. Set a watch, O Lord, before my mouth, keep the door of my lips. Psalm 141:3. For the mouth is the door through which creation steps forth. This is the hour to break generational chains, the inherited beliefs of lack, struggle, and unworthiness that may have been spoken over your life before you even knew words. You are not bound by family history, economic history, or personal history. You are bound only by belief, and belief can be changed in an instant. Say with me, I cancel now every false word ever spoken over my life. I dissolve every picture of poverty, fear, and failure. I release the past. I am free from its limitations. I now write a new story with the pen of my tongue. I decree abundance, health, joy, and love, and so it is. Beloved, you are not a prisoner of circumstance. You are the architect of destiny. Each word you speak today becomes a brick in the house of tomorrow. Build with care, build with praise, build with expectancy. Momentum also requires forgiveness, for resentment is a brake upon the wheel. If you carry bitterness, you carry a weight that slows the chariot of your good. Drop it. Forgive. Let the wheel roll free. One woman I knew had waited years for a sum of money that was rightfully hers. When I asked if she harbored resentment, she admitted she did. I told her to bless the very one she blamed, to forgive and speak. That which is mine by divine right is now released and reaches me in perfect ways. Within days the money was paid in full. Forgiveness had loosed the flow. We must also speak of restoration, for many say, "But Florence, I have lost years, I have lost money, I have lost health." I tell you, nothing is ever truly lost in God's kingdom. The divine can restore the years the locust has eaten. Joel 2:25. Speak this word. Everything that belongs to me by divine right now comes back to me multiplied. The years the locust has eaten are restored. The desert of my life shall blossom as the rose. I have seen astonishing restorations when this word is spoken. A man who had lost a fortune through betrayal used this decree daily. Within months he was led into a new venture that not only restored his fortune but surpassed it. He told me, "I feel as though life has given me back the wasted years." Beloved, the law of restoration is real. Use it. Let us turn now to the calling forth of miracles, for the law does not limit you to what seems reasonable. Reason looks at facts. Faith looks at truth. Facts may say there is no way, but truth declares, "I am the way." John 14:6. Your spoken word has power to open doors no human can shut, to part the waters of Red Seas, to call water from the rock. Call now for money if money is what you need. Speak boldly. Unexpected money comes to me now, from expected and unexpected sources. I am a magnet for divine provision. I give thanks for the avalanche of abundance that finds me now. Speak not with desperation, but with command. Speak not as a beggar, but as a child of the King. Speak until you feel the shift, until joy rises and fear melts away, and call also for love is your birthright. Say, divine love now dissolves every wrong condition in my life. I attract only that which belongs to me by divine right. I radiate love and draw to myself my right companion, my right friends, my right circumstances. I am so magnetic with love that only love can come near me. Beloved, the law of attraction is not wishful thinking. It is exact science. You are always attracting what matches your vibration. When you are in fear, you magnetize fear's children. When you are in love, you magnetize blessings, beauty, and joy. Choose carefully the music you play upon the harp of your mind. As momentum builds, prepare yourself for sudden acceleration. Many are startled when their good appears suddenly. They are not ready to receive it. Make ready now. Clear space in your life. If you have asked for new clothes, clear the closet. If you have asked for a new home, begin to imagine its arrangement. If you have asked for money, plan how you will use it wisely. Preparation is faith made visible. Let us affirm together. I am ready, willing, and able to receive every blessing prepped for me. I expect lavish results. I walk forward with poise and joy, knowing that my good is rushing toward me now. Beloved, you are standing at the threshold of a great unfolding. The momentum you have set in motion cannot fail. The word has gone forth. The angels are working. Fear not the delay. Fear not the silence. The seed is growing. The fruit is forming. Rejoice before you see it, for rejoicing hastens the harvest. This is the power that breaks chains, that ends cycles of poverty, that lifts generations. Your word spoken in 2025 is undoing words spoken in 1925, in 1825, even in centuries past. The Christ in you is rewriting your family line, your destiny, your future. You are a pioneer of a new consciousness, blazing a trail of abundance for all who will follow. So speak on, decree boldly, bless without ceasing, forgive swiftly, act when led. and stand still when the inner voice says wait. The momentum is building like a mighty river. Soon it will burst forth in a flood of good that will leave you in holy awe. Beloved, the river is rising, the word has been spoken, and it cannot return void. It is as if the heavens themselves lean forward to hear what you will decree next. The world will call it coincidence, you will call it demonstration, for the child of God does not live by chance, but by divine arrangement. This is the hour to dwell daily in the atmosphere of faith. Your environment is the womb of your manifestation. If you wish to birth miracles, you must keep the womb pure. Guard what you hear, what you say, what you meditate upon. If fear whispers, answer it aloud with truth. Speak as Christ spoke to the storm. Peace, be still. Mark 4:39. And the winds will obey you. Each morning, before the world has spoken, speak your world into being. Declare, this is God's day, and it is filled with divine surprises. I walk in paths of pleasantness and peace. I am led to my right work, my right supply, my right people. Nothing can oppose my good, for God's plan is the master plan of my life. This is your daily bread, to speak the word and feast upon it. For man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of God. Matthew 4:4. You are learning now to live in two worlds, the seen and the unseen. The seen may still show lack, but the unseen is bursting with supply. The seen may still whisper fear, but the unseen proclaims, it is finished. John 19:30. Faith takes its orders from the unseen. This is where we walk by faith and not by sight. 2 Corinthians chapter 5:7. Sight may say the bank account is empty. Faith says the bank of heaven is full. Sight may say the doctor's report is grim. Faith says, by his stripes I am healed. 1 Peter chapter 2:24. Sight may say the years are wasted. Faith says, my latter days shall be greater than the former. Haggai 2:9. Beloved, this is the practice, to choose truth over appearances, moment by moment, word by word, until truth becomes the atmosphere you breathe. And as you dwell in this atmosphere, your demonstration becomes inevitable. But beware of half faith, for half faith is unbelief in disguise. You cannot serve two masters, fear and faith, poverty and prosperity, love and resentment. Choose this day whom you will serve. Joshua 24:15. And when you choose boldly, for the universe loves a decisive soul. One man came to me saying, I have prayed for supply, but nothing happens. I asked, what do you say about money when you are not praying? He confessed that he was always saying, I never have enough. I told him, you cannot bless and curse with the same tongue and expect blessing to prevail. Bless money, call it good, thank it for serving you, speak of it as plentiful. He obeyed, and within weeks new channels of income opened to him. Bless everything you have, no matter how little. If you have one coin, bless it and say, divine substance is manifesting through this coin. I am rich in God's abundance. I have known women to bless their cupboards with only a crust of bread inside, and by nightfall the cupboards were filled. The practice of gratitude keeps the door of supply wide open. It oils the gears of manifestation. It magnetizes more of what you thank God for. Say daily, I give thanks for this day's good. I give thanks that money flows to me in avalanches of abundance. I give thanks that every bill is paid with grace and ease. I give thanks that love surrounds me and health fills me. And then act as if it were so. Dress as if you are prosperous. Speak as if you are already healed. Walk as if you are already loved. For faith without works is dead. James 2:17. Beloved, do not grow weary in well-doing, for in due season you shall reap if you faint not. Galatians 6:9. Keep the word in your mouth, keep the vision before your eyes, keep gratitude in your heart. The law of momentum is working still. Even now, unseen doors are swinging open, unseen channels are forming, unseen helpers are being prepared to bless you. And as this teaching floods your soul, I invite you not merely to listen, but to join a movement of word speakers, faith walkers, miracle makers. If this message has lit a fire within you, let it spread. Speak the word over your own life, and then share it with the world. Subscribe now to this channel so that your faith may be fed daily with truth. Each teaching is a seed. Plant them faithfully, and your harvest will astonish you. Click subscribe, click the bell, become part of this global fellowship of those who refuse fear and choose faith. Together we shall call forth a world radiant with divine right action, divine supply, and divine love. Beloved, you are not here by accident. This is your appointed hour, Heaven has arranged this moment to remind you who you are, a child of the Most High, heir of the kingdom, commander of words that shape worlds. Speak now, for the universe is listening. We have walked together through the valley of fear and climbed the mountain of faith. Now we stand on the summit where the air is clear and the vision is wide. Here, you are no longer the one who begs, but the one who commands. You are no longer the wanderer, but the way shower. You are no longer the seeker, but the speaker of the word that manifests. This is the hour to rise and claim your inheritance. You are the child of a king, and a king's child does not live in rags. The kingdom of heaven is not a faraway country. It is within you now. Luke 17:21. And when the kingdom within is realized, the kingdom without must appear. Every word you have spoken in faith is now ripening. The harvest you have longed for is already pushing through the soil. You may not yet see the full stalk, but the seed has cracked open. The law of growth is working silently but surely. Let this be your decree. Divine substance is now manifesting in perfect ways. I have more than enough for every good thing. Money comes to me in expected and unexpected ways. Love surrounds me, health fills me, joy overflows. Say it aloud now, for when you speak it, you release the magnetic power that draws it near. You may ask, but Florence, what if doubt comes again? I say, doubt may knock, but you do not have to open the door. When fear whispers, answer it with scripture as Jesus did in the wilderness. Say, it is written, my God shall supply all my need according to his riches and glory, Philippians 4:19. And stand still until peace returns. Beloved, the enemy is not people, nor circumstance, nor even the bank account. The only enemy is fear. Fear is faith inverted, faith in evil instead of good. When fear rises, reverse it at once. Declare, there is nothing to fear, for God's perfect plan now unfolds. Repeat it until fear dissolves like mist before the sun. I have seen those who clung to this truth with bulldog tenacity, refusing to be moved by appearances. And suddenly, miracles appeared. Debts wiped out, inheritances released, divine ideas bringing fortune, love walking into the room at the right hour. The world will call it luck. You will know it as demonstration. This is the law. Whatever you dare to speak with conviction, backed by faith, must take form. For you are co-creator with the infinite. Your word is charged with divine power. When you speak, heaven's creative forces are set in motion. See your good now. See it vividly. Close your eyes and picture your wallet overflowing, your home filled with warmth, your body radiant with health, your relationships harmonious and tender. Feel the gratitude now, as if it has already come to pass. Gratitude is the magnetic current that pulls the unseen into the seen, and then release it. Surrender the how, the when, the where. Say, let the divine plan unfold. This or something better now manifests for me under grace, in perfect ways. Then go your way, rejoicing, for faith is not anxious. Faith sings ahead of the miracle. When you release control, the universe moves swiftly. The law of non-resistance swings open doors you could never force with human will. The right people appear, the right opportunities arrive, the right ideas strike you like lightning. Suddenly you find yourself in the right place at the right time, as if guided by an invisible hand. Because you are. When you release control, the universe moves swiftly. The law of non-resistance swings open doors you could never force with human will. The right people appear, the right opportunities arrive, the right ideas strike you like lightning. Suddenly you find yourself in the right place at the right time, as if guided by an invisible hand. Because you are. And now, I leave you with the most powerful practice of all. Bless the world daily. Bless your enemies until they are no longer enemies in your mind. Bless the past until every memory becomes a stepping stone. Bless your future until it glows like the dawn. Bless your money. Bless your work. Bless your home. Bless your body. Bless your very breath. Say now with me, I bless the past, present, and future. I bless everyone and everything that has led me to this moment. I bless my wealth, my health, my love, my joy. I bless this day as a day of miracles. I bless myself as a child of the Most High, heir to every good and perfect gift, and so it is. Go now, beloved, not as the seeker, but as the speaker. Not as the fearful, but as the fearless. Not as the beggar, but as the heir. The whole universe conspires with the soul that dares to command its good. And when the demonstration comes, as surely it shall, testify. Tell the world that the word works, that God is faithful, that fear was a liar, and that faith has delivered. For your testimony shall light the path for another soul, still wandering in the wilderness. This is your hour. The heavens are open. The angels rejoice. The law is working. Step boldly into your demonstration, knowing that you are divinely guided, divinely provided for, divinely loved. And as you walk forth from this moment, may the words you have heard echo within you day and night, shaping every choice, every action, every moment. This is Florence Scovel Shinn, and I speak this blessing over you. The Lord bless thee and keep thee. The Lord make his face shine upon thee, and give thee peace. Numbers 6:24-26. Now go, command your good, and let your life be the proof that God's promises are true.